Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. We are here to react to the Premier League fixtures coming out. Obviously, first Arsenal fixtures first, and then we'll take a look at the rest of the fixtures. Just like you, I've not checked out any other fixtures. It's already out, but I only know which team we're going to play first. I've not yet gone through any other fixtures, so I'm going to be reacting live as you will be reacting to this. So let us find out our road to winning the 2023-2024 Premier League. We have to find out how our road is looking like. So how are you guys? Morning. How are you, RK? How are you, Katum as well? We will get 9 points in the first 3 games. Hopefully, our head says keep up the good work. I appreciate it. So already 200 plus of you here on YouTube and Facebook. So let's get to it. No wasting time at all. Let's not waste time at all. So let's go to August. August, which fixtures are we going to be playing in August? So should I put in the big screen? Yeah, let me do that. So let's react to the fixtures. So August, the first team we will be playing next season is Nottingham Forest at home. Finally, we are going to play a home fixture in the first game. I think it's been so long. I'm pretty sure last season we played away from home in the first game. The previous season, last season it was Crystal Palace away. The previous season it was Brentford away. The previous season, I think it was Fulham away. It's been so long since we played a home game in the first fixture. Nottingham Forest pretty much killed our Premier League hopes last season. This time round, we are starting our Premier League campaign with them at home. This is the perfect fixture for me. And we are not playing on Friday. We usually play on Friday night in the first game. This time, it's nice Saturday kickoff after lunch and everything. This would be perfect. So Nottingham Forest at home is our first fixture. This should be 3 points. We should be ready to go in this one and start the season quickly. Last season at home against them, we won 5-0 just before the World Cup. So I think for me, this is the perfect fixture to start. So I can see Wahid says 3 points for sure. But which will be our first away game of the season? Let's see. The very next week, Crystal Palace away. Wow, last season we played Crystal Palace away very, very early. I remember that very, very well. We played Crystal Palace very early. We won the first game 2-0. That was our first away game of last season, and that is our first away game for this season as well. Quite interesting. Those are the two first good fixtures. Like we won both of those games last season comfortably. We beat Crystal Palace home and away. Nottingham Forest only beat them once, but Nottingham Forest followed by Crystal Palace the very next week. And also another thing you'd notice about these fixtures, we are back to playing Saturdays because we used to play a lot of Sundays because of the Europa League. Now we will be back to playing a lot of Saturdays. Finally, we can now watch our games on Saturdays and not Sundays. Crystal Palace away will be the second game the next Saturday on August 19th at 3 p.m. So that is like when there's like 5-6 fixtures at the same time. Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace first. Let's go to the third game, which is the third game we are playing next season. Oh, Fulham at home. We are winning the Premier League title, guys. This is the perfect start for us. Some people usually prefer, let me know in the comments, do you usually prefer facing the tough teams first and then the easier teams later? Or do you prefer having the easier fixtures first and then the tougher fixtures later, or do you prefer it being a mix, like you play Man United first and then you play Fulham second? How do you usually prefer it? This is a very good start. This is basically like last season. I remember us winning the first 5 games last season, and people are like, Arsenal have not yet played anyone yet. You remember guys saying that Arsenal have only played Crystal Palace, they've only played Fulham, they've only played Aston Villa. When they were saying that, Fulham will be our second home game, another Saturday. But this will be changed, by the way. It's not concluded it's going to be on Saturday. They will be changing this depending on the TV and all that. So Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and Fulham. We played both Crystal Palace and Fulham very early last season as well, and we actually played them in the same fixture. Fulham at home and Crystal Palace away were very early games last season. So that is a very good August. That is before the transfer window closes. Our fourth game of the season will be September. So those are the 3 fixtures we have in August, and then probably an international break. I think there will be an international break there, and then the transfer window will be closing on September 1st. And then after the transfer window closes, after we've already gotten our business done, our first fixture of September will be Man United at home. Interesting. We also played them very early last season. Remember, they were the first team to beat us last season, and that was in that was like the sixth game of the season where they beat us. We will be playing them at home. Usually with Tottenham and Man United, I remember us playing. We usually play Tottenham at home first for some reason, and then we go to Tottenham Stadium the next year. We usually do that every single season. And for Man United, I think the last couple of seasons we played them away first and then at home second. This time we will be playing Man United very, very early at home. Very interesting. This is usually at 3 points for us. We usually win this game every single season. Man United at home, so those are not bad fixtures to start the campaign with. Obviously, Man United will be tough. They'll be better than last season. I know that, but hopefully, we will be better than last season as well. And it's going to be an interesting game. We are also actually playing them during preseason. So in July, we'll also play them when Arsenal is in America. We will be playing Man United as well. So we will be seeing a lot of Man United in the next couple of months. Let's go to the fifth fixture. September, Everton away. We lost this game as well last season. They beat us after Sean Dyche joined their team. Everton away in the fifth game of the campaign. Now, this season again, it's very different because this September, October, November, we'll be playing a lot of Tuesday and Wednesday games because we are back in the Champions League. So it's very important to know which team we'll be playing before a Champions League game or after a Champions League game with all the traveling and everything. So Everton will probably be one of them because the Champions League starts around there. I think September 11th, 12th, there are right after that. So Everton away from home will be our fifth fixture. The sixth fixture will be Tottenham at home again. This is another game that we usually play very early in the season. And again, we are playing Tottenham at home first. Like, does anyone have the facts? Because I think this happens every single season. We always play Tottenham at home first, and then we go to their place. Every single season. I can't remember the last time we went to Tottenham first, and then we played them at our place. It's been so long. So as usual, we'll be going to Tottenham in the next year, but this will be back-to-back home games against Man United and Tottenham. Two tough games at home. Last season it was Tottenham and Liverpool at home following each other in October. This season is Man United and Tottenham at home in September. So first six fixtures out of the way. Let's get to the seventh fixture. This will be a big one as always, but this is another fixture that we always win, just like the Man United game at home. So the next year we will be having a lot of tough away fixtures. We will be going to Man United. We will be going to Tottenham. Let's go to the next game. Bournemouth away. That's I will take that. I will take that for sure. Last season we had a very comfortable time down at Bournemouth, and right after a Tottenham game, I think playing Bournemouth away from home is perfect. I think between Tottenham and Bournemouth, we'll also have a Champions League game, so I think that is good enough. Playing Tottenham and then playing Bournemouth away from home, I am not complaining about that one. So far, what do you guys think about August and September? So far, we will be playing Bournemouth away, we will be playing Fulham at home, we will be playing Crystal Palace away, Man United at home, Tottenham at home. We'll also be playing Nottingham Forest at home. How do you feel about the first seven fixtures? Do you think we can go on a run like last season we won 6 out of the first 7 games? Are we going to do the same? Are we going to go unbeaten in the first 7 games? Let us see. Next up, let's go to October. Which fixtures do we have in October? Let's see. October. Oh my goodness. Look at that one. Manchester City at home. Again, I think the last couple of seasons we played Man City at home first and then away second. Last season we didn't have to play them until this year because the game was postponed last year. So this time we will be playing them very, very early. So by the start of October, or the first 8 fixtures, we are going to play Man City at home, Tottenham at home, Man United at home. So the very next year, 2024, we will be playing all these games away from home. So that will be interesting. That will be very interesting that you're going to see all these games at home first. This is a tough one. Now, the one thing that I want to see this season, let's not lose to Man City home and away again. I'm begging you, like we always lose to Man City home and away. Can we change that this season, please? Like, the moment they beat us, the moment you already know they're going to beat us home and away, that is already 6 points lost. That is already basically like we're chasing. Every single season they beat us home and away. Can we try and at least win one game against Man City? If it's impossible and they're the best team again next and they get to 100 points, let's try at least and draw with them at home. Let's not lose to them. because they usually beat us by 3 goals at home, and then we go to their place another 3 or 4 goals. Let's not do that again this season. Let's try and at least win one Man City game or draw with them. Even winning, let's talk about winning against Man City. I mean, Man United won against them last season. Tottenham won against them last season. Liverpool won against them last season. So they usually lose to those teams, especially away from home. They usually lose. Man United usually finds a way to beat Man City at least once a season. Liverpool usually find a way as well. Tottenham always beats Man City at their place. So can we also do the same this season? Imagine if we win all those 3 games, Man United, Man City, and Tottenham at home right away. That would be brilliant. So Man City at home will be the first fixture of October. I think after that as well, we might have another Champions League game. So hopefully you're not playing like a PSG away from home or something like that. But hey, that is why we need a squad for this transfer window. These fixtures already are not easy to start the season. Next game after Man City. Oh my goodness. Okay. Chelsea away from home. There will be an international break there, right? So after Man City, there will be an international break for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back playing Chelsea. Wow, that is interesting. So the first 9 games of the Premier League will be playing Chelsea, Tottenham, Man City, Man United. You know what? I actually don't mind that. I usually prefer the fixtures mixed. So you play Fulham and Nottingham, and then you play Man City, and then you play Luton and Burnley, and then you play Chelsea like that. I usually like the fixtures mixed. But I guess we've never really had it like this, like 4 tough teams in the first 9 games. I have no problem really, because that means like in November and December, when the fixtures are usually very, very many fixtures and stuff, we will be having an easier run, so we can put a run together. And anyway, I'm not scared of these teams a lot, apart maybe from Man City. All these 3 teams, I'm never really scared a lot, because Chelsea away, we usually win that fixture. I think the last 3 seasons we've beaten Chelsea away from home, and also Man United and Tottenham, we always beat them at home. So why not this time? Why not this time? The only issue is because they're following each other all these games. But hey, that is why we need a squad. Can Martinelli start against Man City, and then after the international break, you have Trossard and someone else starting against Chelsea? That is why we need a squad to play all these fixtures. Next up, after Chelsea, already a tough October, Man City and Chelsea. Sheffield United at home. Okay, that will be the last fixture of October. That's not bad, following Man City and Chelsea. Sheffield United at home. That is the first promoted team we're going to be playing. So we've not seen Burnley yet and not seen Luton yet. Sheffield United at home will be the last fixture in October. So at the end, we'll take a look at every month and see which month is tougher. It could be September, October as of now, because we're playing Chelsea and Man City in the same month. But we could have a tougher month after that. Next up, I will come to your comments later. Let's go to November. Which fixtures are we playing in November? Last October, by the way, was very difficult. We played Liverpool, Tottenham, all those games that we managed to win them. Last November, we only had 2 games because there was a World Cup, so we only played against Nottingham. Was it Chelsea and Wolves? I think Chelsea, Wolves, and Nottingham around that November before the World Cup. This time in November, which fixtures are we playing? Newcastle. Wow. So is that 10 fixtures? I think the first 10 fixtures we will be playing almost all the big boys. Newcastle away, yet another fixture that we won last season. So we are getting done with all these big fixtures very, very early in the season. Very, very early in the season. Newcastle will be away. Most of them will be at home. So Newcastle away will be the first fixture of November. Is there an international break before that? Let me confirm. No, so it's just direct to Newcastle away from home. Again, we will confirm later when our Champions League games will be. I think usually there's another Champions League game at the start of November. So after Newcastle, we could be playing another Champions League game. So let's see how that one works out. Newcastle is not easy. You know that. Next one, they will have a lot of even better players, but hopefully we also have better players as well. So Newcastle United at away from home in the start of November. The next fixture will be Burnley at home. The second promoted team we will be facing in the campaign, November 11th, Burnley at home. Not bad following a Newcastle away game. I prefer that order, like Newcastle away and then Burnley at home. No problem with that. Even if there's a Champions League game in the middle there, I'd be happy with it. So Burnley will be next up. Those are the kind of games next season if you want to win the league title. It's tough to play every single team in the Premier League, but the moment you see Burnley, you're supposed to say 3 points. That is what is supposed to come to our head. We do not want to drop points in these games. Last season, we considered away a lot of goals at home. And yes, we did do well at home. We beat Liverpool, we beat Tottenham, we beat Chelsea, we beat Man United, all these people, like we beat them at home. But all these games, most of them, especially at home, if you want to win the Premier League title, you have to win basically everything. I'm sure Man City only lost to Brentford last season at home. Like all the others, they won like every other game. That is how it's supposed to be. If you're going to fight for the Premier League title, all these home games should be 3 points right away. After Burnley at home, we will be facing Brentford away. Another game that we won last season comfortably, 3-0. We played them around September, October. Fabio Vieira, as you can see in the picture, he scored a goal in that game. So Newcastle away, Brentford away in the same month. Not easy, not easy. Having both of them. We won both of those games last season, yes, but obviously you have to respect Newcastle and Brentford away. Another tough fixture right there with Burnley as well in that month. So that is November. That is November. And then we get to December. Now, December, like all the previous years that we've been watching Premier League football, December is usually very, very busy because there's usually like 7 games or something, and then games around Christmas, Boxing Day, and all that. But last year it was different because there was a World Cup going on, so players came back on 26th. And the previous 2 years, there was COVID and stuff. There was a lot of games being postponed and everything. But so this is the first time, like since before COVID, you're going back to the normal like fixtures of December. So December, whenever we are resting, we will be probably resting in December. People are taking their holidays and stuff. Which fixtures will we be watching? Wolves at home first. This is a game that we finished last season with. Not bad to start December, and not bad at all. Wolves at home. This is usually 3 points. It should be 3 points. I mean, this one as well. No other results will be accepted at home to Wolves. So let's see how that one goes. And I think we'll have our last Champions League game around there, maybe after the Wolves game, the last group stage game. And then after Wolves, Luton at home, Luton away from home, sorry. So that will be a midweek game. So we'll be playing Wolves on a weekend, and then that midweek will be a Premier League game. So I guess the Champions League ends right before Wolves, the last week of November, and then we play against Wolves and then play against Luton in that midweek. Not bad for back-to-back games, 3 days apart. Wolves at home, Luton away is not bad at all. Those should be 6 points in December already. First time you're playing Luton, first time I'm seeing Arsenal playing Luton anyway. Aston Villa away. We'll be following Luton. So 3 games in 7 days, Aston Villa, Wolves, and also Luton. So we'll be traveling to Aston Villa, another game that we won last season, scored 4 goals there. It wasn't an easy game. We had to score like in the 93rd minute. Martinez basically scored for us. But so far, the first 3 fixtures in December, not bad. That is usually a busy month, busy month. So Aston Villa away. There's one team that I've not seen yet that usually beats us. So we never beat Liverpool at Anfield. I wonder when that is. Let's see. After Aston Villa, we will be playing against Brighton at home. This team beat us at home last season, late last season. But so far, December, I don't mind those fixtures. Yes, Aston Villa, Brighton will be tough. We'll be competing for top 7 in the Premier League. They've both qualified for European competition. And Brighton, we actually, for some reason, we never beat Brighton at home. I don't know why. I don't know why we don't beat Brighton at home, but next season we have other plans. So Brighton at home will be the next fixture in December. And then Liverpool away December 23rd. Oh, wow. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We're going to play Liverpool just before Christmas, away from home. If I'm not wrong, if my memory serves me right, the last time we played them in December, I think they scored like 5 goals against us, because I remember that game very well. It was around Christmas, and I think Firmino scored a hat-trick. I'm pretty sure Firmino scored a hat-trick against us. Like there's a time we played them in December, and Firmino scored a hat-trick against us at Anfield, and they beat us by like 5-1 or something stupid like that. So we will be playing against them just before Christmas. So at Anfield. And last season I thought we were going to beat them at Anfield. We were so close, and then we still didn't. So it's 11 years since we won at Anfield in the Premier League. So let's hope this time things will be different. But make sure you have your family around just in case you get spanked. You can go and hang around with your family. Liverpool away. Right after Christmas, West Ham at home. Wow, this is the same fixture we had on Boxing Day last year, right? West Ham at home. Yes, we came from the World Cup and he played West Ham at home. So the same exact fixtures last season. In on Boxing Day, we are playing the same exact fixture against West Ham. This will also be a midweek game right before Christmas, Boxing Day, Tuesday. So far, I mean, Liverpool is the toughest away game, toughest game in this December because Luton, Aston Villa, Wolves, West Ham at home. All those are good fixtures to have in December. Fixtures that people would expect you to win, maybe apart from the Liverpool one. But West Ham at home is not going to be too bad. Is that our last fixture in December, or do we have another one? We have another one, Fulham away from home. So Fulham will be the first team that we play home and away against. So Fulham, December 30th, the last game of the season. Last season, we enjoyed ourselves there. Trossard had a hat-trick of assists in the first half. So no problem at all with Fulham away. I think those are good fixtures in December. Are those 8 games or something in December as usual? First time we've done that like since 2019 or something because of everything that's been going on. Back to the usual December fixture list. Busy December. Now, this is a very important month. Either you're going to win all of your games and either go top or extend the points or something. Last one, we were top at Christmas. Usually, teams that are top at Christmas usually go on to win the Premier League. I mean, we didn't last season, but the odds are usually in favor of the team that is top around Christmas. So, Fulham away. And then we go to 2024. Which team will we be playing first in 2024? Before I look at it, we played Man City. Was it Man City last year? Or previous year? We played Man City 2021, the first fixture of the year. Last year we played, was it Newcastle or someone? I think we played Newcastle first fixture of the year earlier this year. So let's see which fixture we're going to be playing in the new year. January. Crystal Palace at home, not bad. Happy New Year. January 13th. So there's no game around the new year. Usually there's a game around January 1st to January 2nd. Usually there's a game around there. So does that mean the FA Cup starts early, or I don't know. I don't know why our first fixture of January will be like in the second week of January. I'm not sure yet. We will confirm that, but obviously there's no Champions League game there. And FA Cup, maybe the FA Cup starts early this time round. I'm not sure about that, but Crystal Palace will be the first game of the year. I don't mind that at all. Happy New Year to you, Crystal Palace fans. So that is this next game that we will be finishing with after Fulham. Nottingham Forest away from home. Reminded that we lost this game last season as well. But January, Crystal Palace and Nottingham in a couple of FA Cup games that we don't know which teams are going to be facing, but there will be FA Cup games there and maybe a Carabao Cup game as well. Actually, that first week of January could be Carabao Cup as well, maybe semi-final. If we are still there, it could be. Hopefully, we are there. I want us to compete for all the trophies this season if possible, and at least win one trophy. At least win one trophy this season or next season. Let's not finish the season without a trophy. I think 3 years is a bit too long. Let's get back to winning trophies. So Nottingham and Crystal Palace in January. February, we will have Liverpool at home. So we'll be playing Liverpool in December and also in February. So we'll be done with Liverpool by February. I think we had a very good February and good March last season. We won a lot of those games in February and March. So Liverpool, the first game of February, I guess not a bad time to have them. We could have an FA Cup game around there as well. But if you've qualified to the knockout stage of the Champions League, it will be almost starting around here. So let's see. After Liverpool, West Ham away. Okay. Both of these teams kind of spoiled our season last season. They were actually back-to-back, correct? Yes, we dropped points to Liverpool and then dropped points to West Ham following each other last season. Liverpool away, West Ham away. So this time we are playing Liverpool at home and then West Ham away, February 10th, just before Valentine's Day. West Ham away. And then Burnley away. Not a problem there. Liverpool at home, West Ham away, Burnley away. I mean, it's never easy going to Burnley and West Ham, especially the old Burnley. The new Burnley, they've changed their ways of football. They're more a passing team and ball on the floor kind of team. So let's see how that one will work out. But Burnley away. And then Newcastle at home. So Newcastle and Liverpool, both of them in February. Both of them will be at home. I don't really mind that. And do you have any other fixture in February? Nope. So those will be the 4 fixtures in February. Newcastle and Liverpool, both of them there. March, we had a very good March last season. We won a lot of those games. I think we won every single game in March last season. Will we be able to do the same this time around? Something is already telling me, something is telling me there's a Man City here somewhere. I'm not sure when you're going to play Man City away. Something is telling me you're going to end up playing them in this match. Let's see. Sheffield United away from home will be the first game in March. Not bad, not bad. Obviously, we don't know how their season is going to turn out to be. Are they going to be bottom of the table by then? Are they going to be fourth in the table? We don't know, but wherever they are, we should be getting our job done against Sheffield United away from home. And then followed by Brentford at home. I'm sure we played Brentford, was it February or something last season, when they stole the 2 points from us with the offside goal. Brentford at home will be the second fixture of March. So far, March is not bad. Sheffield, Brentford. Remember, there's an opportunity there that we could be in the knockout stage of a European competition. Which one? I don't know. Champions League or Europa League. Hopefully, it's the Champions League. If we're in the Champions League, that will be around the quarterfinal stage, if we are still there. FA Cup, that will be an FA Cup game there as well. And if we're still in the Carabao Cup, there could be a final just before that too. Chelsea at home in March as well. I don't mind that so far. I usually fancy Arsenal at home to Chelsea. Brentford and also Sheffield. Not a bad match so far. Is there an international break here somewhere? I don't think so. Let's see. After Chelsea, Man City away from home. Oh, the very last fixture of March. I had a feeling they were going to give us Man City around March. I was hoping it wouldn't be like April or something last because people say Man City usually turn up in the last 2 months. Let's finish with them in March. So Man City away in March. So far, if I can recall, we've finished Liverpool. We've already finished 2 fixtures against Liverpool, 2 fixtures against Man City, and 2 fixtures against Chelsea. We've not played against Man United and Tottenham yet, twice. So are they going to be late in the season, or are they going to be in April? Last April was not good for us. We beat Leeds United, and then we dropped points against Southampton, against West Ham, against Liverpool. Which fixtures do we have in April this time around, when everyone is expecting Arsenal to capitulate and fall apart? The first fixture of April will be Luton at home. Just like Leeds United at home last season, the first fixture of April is a good one. Luton at home. Not complaining about that one. And then Brighton away from home. We had a very good time away from home against them last season. Not a bad fixture. The Luton game will also be a midweek game. So both times we will be playing Luton this season will be midweek games. I don't mind that, actually. Brighton away from home. And then we will be playing Aston Villa at home, April 13th. Okay, so far, we've not yet seen Man United and Tottenham second fixture. So we're going to play them really, really late in the season. Another decider. Again, Tottenham away usually falls like at the end of the campaign. They usually take away the top 4 from us in the final few weeks. Let's hope we're not fighting for the top 4 with them at the end of the campaign. So Aston Villa in April as well. And then Wolves away. So we'll be playing Wolves early in the season and very, very late on. So Saturday, April 20th will be the next fixture. And then Tottenham away, April 27th, very, very late on in the season. We will be playing Tottenham away from home. Interesting. Let's hope we are killing their top 6 hopes by then, or relegating them by then. Let's hope Tottenham are 18th by this time, and we are winning this game to relegate them from the Premier League. So April, what do you guys think about April this time round? Last time round, we fell apart in April. We drew against West Ham and Liverpool and Southampton, and lost to Man City. We had a tough April last time. This time in April, we will be taking on Luton, Brighton, Aston Villa, Wolves, and Tottenham. I mean, they're not easy games. To be realistic, you'd expect Tottenham to be fighting for a European spot. You'd be expecting Aston Villa to be in the top 10. You'd be expecting Brighton maybe to be fighting for a European spot as well. Luton, we have to wait and see. Like, realistically, they will be at the bottom fighting to remain in the Premier League. So I'm just saying they could be in the top 10 as well. So let's go to May. Now, I've not yet seen Man United. So are we going to play Man United in the last game of the season or second last game of the season? Let's see how our May will be looking like. May. Bournemouth at home, May 4th. That is great. Perfect fixture. Last season, Reece Nelson scored a very late winning goal against them. Let's hope we don't have to score late against them this time round. Hopefully, it's already 4-5-0 in this game. I'm confident for that one for sure. Bournemouth at home in May. Man United at Old Trafford in May. Wow. Very late on in the season. You know, whatever happens, there could be different scenarios in this one. We could be fighting for the title against Man United. We could be fighting for the top 4 against Man United. Whichever it is, it's a big game. It's a big game at Old Trafford in May. Again, if my memory serves me right, the only time I remember playing Man United this late on was long time ago, around like 2010, 2009. And I think that game ended in a 0-0 draw. I think the last time we played Man United, like in I don't know if we played them again away from home later on, but the last time I remember playing Man United, like around May, we drew 0-0 because it was a nothing game. I think they had already won the Premier League or something like that by then. So this time I'm sure it's going to be a decider for something, either Premier League title or top 4, whatever it is, or second spot. If people are expecting Man City to get to 110 points, this will probably be a battle for second spot, depending on where Liverpool is and Chelsea. It's going to be a battle for something. So Man United away from home, May 11th. Isn't that our second last fixture? Yeah. Everton, Man United is our second last fixture of the season. Interesting. That is our last away game of the campaign. And then we finish off with Everton at home. Again, Everton at home in the last game. 2 seasons ago, we played them in the last game at home as well. I think we beat them by like 5 goals or 4 goals or something like that. So not a terrible May. Man United away is not going to be easy, but not a terrible May. So we've gone through all the fixtures one by one, live reaction and everything. So now let's take a look at the monthly games and see which months will be more difficult than the others. So let's start with August. Let's start with August. Should I do this? Yeah, so let's go with August first. Let's do this. August right above my head. Nottingham, Crystal Palace, Fulham. That is a good way to start this season, surely. Nottingham at home, Crystal Palace away, Fulham at home. Those are good fixtures. So far, if you look at that whole picture, which month do you think is going to be the easiest, and which month do you think is going to be the most difficult for us? There's also November up here, and we also have Sheffield United in October. But let's go month by month. August, Nottingham, Crystal Palace, Fulham. So far, that is a perfect month. September, Man United, Everton, Tottenham, Bournemouth away. So 4 fixtures in September, Man United at home, and then an international break, I think. Is there an international break there? Yeah, there's actually an international break there. I said after Fulham game, but it's going to be after the Man United game. So 2nd and then 16th. So after we play Man United at home, we will have an international break. So we are playing Man United very early in the season and very late in the season. Everton, Tottenham, and Bournemouth. Not bad. Bournemouth away. I mean, Everton away usually gives us trouble, but we usually beat Man United and Tottenham at home, and we usually beat Bournemouth away from home. So, we beat them last season away from home. Not a bad September, but 2 tough fixtures against rivals in September. So it's not the easiest month for sure. October, we'll be facing Man City, Chelsea, and Sheffield United. Man City at home, Chelsea away, and Sheffield United at home. And then between Man City and Chelsea, there will be another international break again. I think there will be another international break there. So after Man City, we'll either be celebrating for 2 weeks or crying for 2 weeks before the next fixture against Chelsea, and then Sheffield. Remember, especially September and October, there will be 2 Champions League games in both of those months. So whichever games we are playing in the Champions League, it's not going to be easy. November, Newcastle, Burnley, Brentford. I think that's a decent month. Obviously, Newcastle, Brentford are tough, but not the worst month. And between Burnley and Brentford, there will be another international break again. Man, these international breaks are so annoying. There are so many of them as well. Like every single month is an international break. You can't even get a run going. You win 2 games, international break. You win 2 games, you lose 2 games. You're trying to get back to winning ways. Boom, another international break. But November, 3 fixtures, not bad. December is going to be the busiest month. We will have 7 fixtures in December and potentially a Carabao Cup game if we are still there. Wolves at home, Luton away, Aston Villa away, Brighton at home, Liverpool away, West Ham at home, Fulham away. I mean, not the worst month in terms of the busiest month. It could be worse. It could have been Man City, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Brighton, Fulham, West Ham, and Chelsea. It could have been that kind of month. But luckily in December, good games, I guess, against Luton, Wolves as well, back to back, Aston Villa. Not easy, but I still fancy Arsenal, Brighton at home. We never win that fixture for some reason. Liverpool away, the toughest fixture of the month, and then West Ham at home, Fulham away from home. January, we only have 2 fixtures. I don't know why this time around there's only 2 fixtures in January. Maybe because the FA Cup is starting early or something like that. Or will there be another international break there as well? Or is that FA Cup? I think that is a FA Cup game. I think Crystal Palace, Nottingham, 13th to 30th. That is 17 days. I think there will be an FA Cup game in the middle there, not an international break. So not bad. Let me know which fixtures or which month do you think is the toughest so far and easiest. Then February, Liverpool, West Ham, Burnley, Newcastle. Liverpool at home, West Ham away, Burnley away, Newcastle at home. Not the easiest month for sure. You're going to play a tough Liverpool and tough Newcastle games, and then obviously West Ham and Burnley away from home. You can never just say it's easy. Although last season we played really, really well away from home against Brighton, against Aston Villa, against Tottenham, against all these teams, we did very well away from home. March, Sheffield, Brentford, Chelsea, Man City. Obviously, it's never an easy month when you have Man City there. Again, last game of March. I think we had them last game of April last season. So Sheffield, Brentford, Chelsea, Man City, and then April, Luton at home, Brighton away, Aston Villa at home, Wolves away, Tottenham away, and then May, Bournemouth at home, Man United away, Everton at home. So, which is the easiest month for me? And I'm just saying easiest, like I've been quoted in quotes, because there's no easy games in the Premier League, but there's a good run of fixtures somewhere for sure. I think it is right at the beginning of the season. I think August is our best month. Nottingham at home, Crystal Palace away, Fulham at home. You should be getting 9 points directly. That should be 9 points. It's not going to be easy at Crystal Palace, yes, but that should be 9 points right away. You cannot be affording to drop points against, let's say, you win 2 and you draw 1, you win 1 and draw 2. That would be disastrous. I think you have to, especially those home games, you have to 4-0, 5-0. It should be that right away, not what's struggling 1-0 or anything like that. Those should be comfortable 3 points to take it top of the table nice and early, like we did last season. So for me, August is the best month in terms of fixtures. And then potentially followed by, I'm tempted to say December, although it's a busy month. December is a very, very busy month. 7 fixtures there. But in terms of busy month, that is not bad. Wolves at home, Luton away, Fulham away from home as well. Aston Villa, Brighton, Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool, Brighton, Aston Villa, not easy. But I'd still say that is our second best month. Or January. I mean, realistically, I don't look at January because it's only 2 fixtures, but okay, let's look at it. Our 2 best months are August and January, and we play both Nottingham Forest in both of those months, and we play Crystal Palace also in both of those months. So August and January are good months for us in terms of fixtures. Now, the toughest, which is the toughest month here? December, in terms of number of fixtures, definitely going to be difficult in terms of the number of fixtures we have. Now, look at that December. You see that December? That is where now you need to have players. This December here, you could have just have finished the Champions League, and then these are very many fixtures. You need a squad. We cannot, like, for example, play Saka in all of those games. No. We don't want that. Like, these are 7 games. Saka should be playing like 5 of them and resting for like 2 of them. Right away, if I was to pick a squad for Wolves, Saka starts against Wolves. He gets rested against Luton. He plays against Aston Villa and Brighton and Liverpool. He maybe gets rested against West Ham, and he plays against Fulham right away. If it's Jesus, play him 4 or 5 of these games out of 7. Odegaard being a captain, maybe 6 of these games, and rest him in at least 1 of those games. That is how Man City do. If Man City have these fixtures in December, De Bruyne will play like 3 of them, not even 4 or 5 or 6. He'll play like 3 of them. And then they'll play Haaland in like 5 of them. And then someone like a Gundogan will play like 2 of these games and he gets rested for the next 5. Like, that's how good Man City squad is. Like, potentially the only player you can see starting all of these games is Ederson. All the other games they'll be rotating like crazy. So December is the toughest month in terms of number of fixtures, but in terms of quality and the fixtures being hard, April is okay. Tottenham away is hard, but I guess the rest are okay. Man City, Chelsea, Brentford, Sheffield in March. November, Newcastle, Burnley, Brentford. September, October. I'm tempted to say October, but we have Sheffield at home in October as well. Let me know which month do you think is the toughest? I'm struggling to pick one. Which month is the toughest? Chelsea, Man City, Brentford in the same month. Aston Villa, Wolves. This is tough. There's no month that completely stands out. I'm usually looking at the months that have Man City and Liverpool and stuff. But I think they're surrounded by decent fixtures. Like, right before Man City, we're going to play Bournemouth. Right after Man City in March, you're going to play Luton. Before that, you're playing Chelsea. So we're playing Chelsea and Man City back-to-back twice this season. So interesting. Liverpool and Newcastle both will be at home in February, so not that bad. When are we playing Newcastle away from home again? November, but we have Burnley at home there, so that is not bad. Okay, it's either going to be September or maybe April. Or do you think April, Aston Villa, Brighton, Tottenham is tough? I think so. I think April. I think I'd say either September or April. That is weird. I mean, October, obviously, Man City and Chelsea. But then I'm also looking at it having only 3 fixtures and also Sheffield there. So I would be tempted to say either September or April. April, Brighton away, Wolves at home, Tottenham away. All those 3 will not be easy. So let me have some help from you guys. So we've gone through all the fixtures. Let me see what you guys have to say in the comment section. Which month do you think is the easiest and which is the toughest? Douglas says February. February, Liverpool at home, West Ham away, Burnley away, Newcastle at home. I mean, yeah, it's tough. West Ham away, but Liverpool, Newcastle are at home. Last season, we never lost to any of them at home. We beat Liverpool, we drew with Newcastle, and we dominated Newcastle. They were basically there to park the bus. But I can see what you're saying, Douglas. Let's see. Goody says injury-free. Hopefully it's injury-free. Benjamin says, I really think the December fixtures are very tricky. There's a lot of them. There's definitely a lot of them. But as I said, if there's a lot of fixtures like this, I don't mind it being Wolves and Luton and teams like that and Fulham. Obviously, Brighton is going to be tough. We never beat them at home. Liverpool away is definitely going to be tough, and Aston Villa away. You know, since you've said that, Benjamin, he looks very tricky. He does look tricky. Half of it, Brighton, Liverpool, Aston Villa. That is not some easy fixtures to back. But I'm also taking into consideration last season. I think we won at Aston Villa and we played really well away at Liverpool. Brighton was a terrible one. But Wolves, we won easily. Luton, you should be expecting us to win. Fulham, we won easily as well. West Ham at home, we won easily as well. So December looks tricky, yes, but it could have been worse. That is what I can say. It could have been worse. But considering the number of fixtures we have there, yes, I can agree if you say that is the toughest month. Let's see. The fixtures are not bad, but you need to get those players that was already lighted by the club, says Amadou. We must punish Brighton, West Ham, and Forest, and even we should follow Southampton in the FA Cup. We must punish them, says Stanislas. Stanislas wants to face Southampton as well next season. They can't run away from an Arsenal defeat next season. Start with the big name, says Robert. Let's see. I love these fixtures already. A very perfect mix early. It really helps the momentum of play for a team, not like last season where we had lots of easier games early and had the tougher games when the team was faced fatigue and injury problems. Good point. Yes, we had a lot of easier fixes at the beginning. There was Crystal Palace away. There was Leicester at home. There was Fulham at home. I think there was Aston Villa at home. There was Man United away. There was, I think, of the first 10 games, I think Man United away was the only tough one. I think there was also Southampton away from home or something like that. So, good balance. And I'm happy that August. I usually want the August fixtures to be easier so that you can get a run going early. I don't like when you start with a loss in the first game. And there's a time he played Man City in the first game. I think Emirates first season he played Man City away and then Chelsea Man City at home and then Chelsea away. There's another season we had like Aston Villa and Liverpool early. There's a time we played Liverpool in the first game of the season as well. So I do prefer having it like this. Like August, I do prefer it being easier. If we can win August and September games, that will shape our league base, being in mind that we shall be competing in the championship, says Yana. Well, Yana, Nottingham, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Man United, Everton, Tottenham, Bournemouth. Now, to compete for the league, I was looking at our runs last season and Liverpool and Man City's runs the last 3 years or something. I think there's a season that Liverpool won every single game apart from one between August and like March. I think Liverpool won like 23 out of 24 games in a row, and they still didn't win the league title. So to compete with Man City, you're not even looking at draws. If you're going to compete for the league again, you have to look at these fixtures like win, 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 win. Man City at home, maybe say draw or maybe even win, because at this season you can't afford to lose both games to them. That is for sure. Like Premier League, if you're going to compete for them for the Premier League, these fixtures, especially the home games, you should be looking at Man United and Tottenham and saying home, it should be a win. So, but I think that's not a bad August and September, considering Man United and Tottenham will both be at home. Man City won't beat us this season, says Marshall. Hopefully. I think we'll beat Man City next season, says Lee. We need to, because they usually have an advantage of us right away by winning those 6 points right away. See, all of these teams are going to make it difficult for us. Let's not expect a big score. Yes, every Premier League team is toughly. But Nottingham and Fulham at home, let's be honest. Also, goal difference is very important. There's a couple of games you look at and you're like, yeah, this is where we should be improving our goal difference. All 11 games we must win. Wow. Why are you talking about 11 games? Is it December? I'm guessing you're talking about December and January or something like that. I mean, if you can get an 11-game winning streak going, you're in a very good spot for sure. If you can win 11 games in a row, you're in a very good spot. I think the most we did last season was 7 in a row in March. Joseph says Arsenal will lose 3, will be a loss. Is that what you mean? Meeting tough teams quickly is not the problem. Let's have a strong, good team first, both first 11 and second 11, says Abel. Nothing is easy. All teams are equal in England. I'm not sure about that one. Luton at home and Man City away from home is not the same thing at all. Not at all. There's some easier fixtures than others. I definitely would expect us to beat Wolves at home, but not expect the same result away to Man City. It's different. Luton at home and Liverpool at home is different for sure. All teams are going to give you a tough game, yes, but others are going to be way more difficult than others. Davis says better, less tough fixtures first, the mix for us at least to get good points. Let's first connect the points before big teams, says Wahid. Easier teams first, says RK. We should meet Man City early, says Watford DC. The first game against Man City will be in October. That's not bad. Last season it was postponed. I think we also supposed to play them in October last season. It was postponed. What a way to start, says okay. Not bad opening fixture, says Davis. Yeah, I definitely take that. We are winning all August games. We have to. Nottingham, Crystal Palace, Fulham, we have to. Even after that, Man United at home, Tottenham at home, we usually win those fixtures every season. Bournemouth away, Everton away. Let me say it like this: we should not lose any game in August and September at all. If the worst thing that can happen is a one draw somewhere, all of those games should no losses at all. Forest is coming to the Emirates to be deforested, says Benjamin. Maybe something even worse than that. If we were able to win our first 5 games, it is going to motivate the boys to go ahead and win the league, says Musa. We already have 12 points in our first 4 matches. I already counted the Man United game. We usually beat them at home, so I usually don't fear Man United at home. Last season, home and away, we played Man United around the park. Like, we played them off the park last season. But they still ended up beating us at Old Trafford, and we still needed to score in the last minute at the Emirates. I'm doing good, IK. Appreciate it, Abdul. Morning to you too, Emmanuel. Arsenal months in August and December, says Nko. August and December, yeah, decent months. Yes, Brighton, Liverpool, those games will be hard, but I don't mind that month, to be honest. No small teams in the Premier League, but to win our first 11 games. 3, 7, 8. Okay, 11 games. 11. If you win 11 games, that means you beat Man United, Tottenham, Man City as well, and Newcastle. It's not going to be easy. I mean, obviously, it's easy to say you're going to win 11 games. It's almost impossible to win 11 games in a row at the beginning of the campaign with all these teams there. But if you can go undefeated, considering the bigger games are at home, why not? There's no small team in England. Let's focus on winning. Yes, there's no easy team in the Premier League, but there's tougher teams in the Premier League, like Man City, Liverpool. Those are tougher teams than playing Luton and Sheffield United. We need to start with the high note. The first 10 games give Arsenal a good chance to fight for the title. December and February, says Vani. December and January, easier fixtures. Okay. Johannes says October, Man City, Chelsea. I guess that's toughest fixture. February as well. So that is the reaction to the Premier League fixtures. Always very interesting. This is always an interesting day to go through the Premier League fixtures. Just to recap it one more time. August, Nottingham at home, Crystal Palace away, and Fulham at home. September will be 4 fixtures: Man United at home, Everton away, Tottenham at home, and then Bournemouth away. In October, we'll have 3 fixtures: Man City at home, Chelsea away, and Sheffield at home. November will also have another 3 fixtures, including 2 trips to Newcastle and Brentford, and a game at home to Burnley. And then December will be our busiest month with 7 fixtures, 4 of them away: Luton, Aston Villa, Liverpool, and Fulham away. And then Wolves, Brighton, and West Ham will be at home. Liverpool will be right before Christmas as well. January, we'll have Crystal Palace and Nottingham away. Crystal Palace at home, Nottingham away. And then February, 4 fixtures: Liverpool and Newcastle at home, West Ham and Burnley away. March, we'll have Sheffield away, Brentford at home, Chelsea at home, Man City away. And then April, 5 fixtures, including away trips to Brighton, Wolves, and Tottenham, and then Luton and Aston Villa at home. And then we finish off the campaign with Bournemouth at home, Man United away as our last away game of the season, and Everton at home. The bigger fixtures, we are playing against Man City in October, and also March. We are playing against Man United in September, and also May. We are playing against Tottenham in September and also April. We will be playing Chelsea in October and March. And which other team? Liverpool, we'll be playing them in December and also February. Interesting. Big season ahead of us. Very, very big season. Next up, the next video will be a transfer video. Obviously, we need to get some deals done. We now know how our fixtures are looking. Interesting. Have a blessed day, guys, and catch up with you on the next one. Thank you for watching.